Malala waves as she arrives for an event with students at Tecnológico de Monterrey University in Mexico City, Mexico, on August 31, 2017. Source Reuters. Edgard Garrido. Think Pakistan-born Malala Yousafzai, a girl who was shot by the Taliban for merely advocating for girls' access to education in her village. Now, a new report has found that Afghanistan and Pakistan, Yousafzai's home state, are the top two worst countries in Asia for girls to get an education in. Africa dominates, with 9 countries in the top 10 in Development Campaign Group 1's report titled The Toughest Places for a Girl to Get an Education. Afghanistan is the only country outside of the continent that was listed in the index's top 10, taking 4th spot with a dismal score of 23.51 out of 100. See also China urges for thaw in Pakistan-Afghanistan ties after border clash as Pakistan scores better with 42.33, but still a far cry from how Asian states like Israel 91.18 and China 77.03 did. As of 2014, Afghanistan had the highest level of gender disparity in primary education, with only 71 girls in primary school for every 100 boys, the report wrote. 9 of the top 10 countries that ranked as the toughest places for a girl to get an education were in Africa. https://t.cob5r4voof9jcpig.twitter.com ra8a6lc64m Global Citizen Adult Scan October 13, 2017. 11 factors were used in the report to measure girls' ability to attend and complete school, the country's education quality and the broader enabling environment. Girls in conflict zones are 90% likelier to be out of school compared to their peers in countries which are conflict-free, according to UN Women. Take the case of Yousafzai, for example, who wrote in her book that she was able to attend school freely before the Taliban arrived at her village in Pakistan and started curbing school-going females from the freedoms, including the ability to attend school. See also Rohingya crisis. Nobel laureate Malala calls on Aung San Suu Kyi to condemn violence without going to school. This means that chances for future work and financial independence as adults are compromised. There are dire consequences to not educating girls. In many countries, girls out of school will be more likely to become child brides, more vulnerable to diseases like HIV, and more likely to die young, the report wrote. For example, if current trends in education continue, by 2050, this is the future we're looking at. Low-income countries alone will lose $1.8 trillion. The number of lives lost each year because of a failure to provide adequate access to quality education will equal those lost today to HIV and AIDS and malaria, some of the most deadly global diseases, and almost 950 million women will have been married as children, up from more than 700 million today. Some of the available data used are based on rate of out-of-school girls of primary, lower secondary and upper secondary age, as well as school completion rate for girls of primary, lower secondary and upper secondary age, according to Africa News. The report was released in conjunction with the International Day of the Girl on October 11. This article first appeared on our sister site Study International News. Topics covered: access to education, Malala Yousafzai.